You know, sometimes when filming comics, Richard and I will we'll come up with something, like a fun idea, something we can do, something we have planned out for the episode, and then, you know, due to time issues, we have to cut it, we get off topic and spend too much time talking about something else. But I have come up with the best way to start the show. This is going to be the best intro we have ever done. It is like the creative sparks were just flowing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have the best idea. I'm not gonna get off topic. I'm not gonna spend the entire time talking about other things. I'm not just gonna hype it up and then forget about it. I'm going to do this best thing ever, and we won't have to cut it. I won't go on too long and make it the video longer. We'll have just enough time, and this is going to be the best opening ever. I mean, it is just such an amazing idea. You can't possibly prepare for it. I mean, oh my gosh, it is amazing. It might, I don't know if I'd go as far as say, well, you know, I think I would go as far to say this, what you're about to see, is the best opening to a YouTube video in the history of YouTube, in the history of any tube ever to have existed, in the history of history itself. This is going to be the best opening or any scene of anything in existence that you can possibly think of, and there is going to be nothing that can happen to ruin it. So, hello everybody. Yeah, we are back. Let us kick things off with Mr. Richard Purnell, who has some awesome DC news for you.
Deh-Shay Carter friend, and hello everybody, how y'all doing today? So real quickly, I just wanted to wish all of y'all a happy belated Guy Fawkes Day. You know Guy Fawkes Day, it's a big British holiday. So how did you guys celebrate Guy Fawkes Day? I want to know. So for the DC Comics side of things, I wanted to do one thing, but because I didn't purchase a certain something, can't do it. However, in place of a Batman Noel review, I'm going to give you a review of the Nightwing DLC for Batman Arkham City. When you first download it, obviously the big things that you're going to get with it is the character, Nightwing, an alternate skin, as well as 2 challenge maps set in Wayne Manor. Now, as much as I love the Nightwing DLC, I have one big gripe. Same applies for the awesome Robin DLC that came with crap, Batman. Stay here. Sure, it's awesome to get to play as these characters. They're really well-designed, fleshed-out characters, but they would have been even more fleshed out if they had their own stories in the main campaign. Sure, Robin appears for like a millisecond in the main campaign, but that's not enough. It's a big gripe I have with the Nightwing and Robin DLC because there was so much time and energy and effort put into these characters, it seems. But that's just my one little gripe. They are worth downloading, just it would have been so much better if they had their own storylines. In other news, as you know, the DC New 52 dominated sales in September. Well, guess what? They did it again in October. It looks like the gamble that DC took by doing this DC New 52 initiative is paying off because DC has come out on top. Of the top 10 books most sold, Justice League #2 is at the tippy top, with the rest of the list consisting of DC books except for 3 slots, which went to Marvel books. Congratulations to DC Comics. Good job. 2 thumbs up. Rock on. Anyways, that's about it for me. Back to you, Carter friend.
Alrighty, thank you. So the big news coming out of Marvel this week is actually something related to Fear Itself. Fear Itself just ended its 7-issue run. Overall, it was not received too well. It seems like that's how it is with all events. It was the same way for the DC New 52 when they first announced it. It was just like really, really negative. And then people started to like it. But with Fear Itself, I think it is actually one deserving of its negativity. Actually, the best thing to come out of it, in my opinion, is Fear Itself 7.1. This one is written by Ed Brubaker, who writes Captain America, and it's actually about Captain America and what happens to him after Fear Itself. Bucky died during Fear Itself, and Bucky is alive yet again. It turns out the Bucky that died in Fear Itself was actually a clone created by Nick Fury, who was like the master of creating clones. He was a clone they had set up to be killed as the final straw that would make Steve Rogers become Captain America again. That's not even the best news. There's going to be a Winter Soldier series. And so this series is going to be him remantling that Winter Soldier persona and then going out and atoning for all the things he did as the Winter Soldier. Yeah, so that is the big news we have for you this week.
And now it's time for Comics Comments! So for Comics Comments this week, I think you guys are really gonna like what I have to tell you. So Dark Knight Rises composer Hans Zimmer needs your voice. Do you guys remember the chant that we've been hearing every time some kind of viral thing happens for The Dark Knight Rises? If you want to be in The Dark Knight Rises, record your voice saying that chant. If you want to know how you want to do this, how you want to get involved in this, I'll put a link down below to the website. It's really easy. Both Carter and myself already did it, so if you do it, you'll get to be in the movie with us. Sure, it's cool to be in the movie with, you know, Christian Bale and Anne Hathaway and Tom Hardy and all that, but still, hey, Richard and Carter. That's who you really want to, like, say I was in a movie with. But anyways, in the comment section below, tell Carter and I, what do you think this chant means?
Alrighty, see you next week.